It started because I was mostly failing at being an actor. COVID made me feel like, all right, let's give LA a shot. I never wanted to come to LA. I looked around and I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just make a comedy show?
This is Max. He spent 15 years failing at acting before he gave it up and realized stand-up comedy was his true calling. And on this episode of Clout Nine, we talk about how you have to build your own career instead of waiting for someone else to hand it to you, what it really takes to make it as an independent comedian, and how staying obsessed got him to his first headline tour that he's on right now.
I didn't know how to do a show. I was just like, if the microphones work, this will be a good night. And I'm like, I think 70 people will come. And 143 people came.
Wow.
Yeah, my first one. I feel like, especially with stand-up, you have to be your own CEO, and I don't need anybody to help me. I am desperately trying to now combine the talent and the hustle. And this will take me forever. I think that's the best part about this.
Welcome back to Clout Nine. I'm your host, Alex Draknick, and today we have Max.
Hi.
Add an applause, although my editor never adds in the applause. Max is a stand-up comedian and just an overall funny guy.
Yes.
But we met, I think, through Jacqueline or something like that.
Yes.
At your comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
Max used to host a comedy show in Venice.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on. I haven't been able to do it monthly as I usually do because I'm on tour right now. And so when I'm in town, I like to do it. But when I'm out of town, it's because I'm working.
Yeah. How dare we all work?
Yeah.
So, Max, I obviously met you while you were doing, these shows, and I don't actually know everything about your life, So, how did you get into stand-up comedy? How did you get to this point, to, creating your own shows and going on tour?
It started because I was mostly failing at being an actor, which really is not a fun place to be. I was in New York pretty much my whole life, and then after college, we were all jonesing to get to the city, and I started taking acting classes. I wanted to get involved in production work. I was obsessed with just movie making. Mm-hmm. Took acting classes, was auditioning, and just over the years couldn't seem to stack it together. I always had an agent, I always had auditions, I was always studying acting, but I don't know, it was hard generating momentum.
It's one of the hardest, I feel like, industries, acting and music.
Yeah, it was just really hard for me to find the hustle as an actor because you really need other people. You need an agent to send you auditions. If we wanted to go do a play together, we have to go find a director, go find a space. There's other shit.
Yeah.
And it was getting really tough. And then, I crossed into my 30s, and now I'm in my mid-30s, and then COVID happens, and you're like, maybe I need to go coach high school football because I think acting might not be for me. And then I moved to LA. And that really changed things because COVID made me feel like, all right, let's give LA a shot. I never wanted to come to LA.
Did you move here before or after COVID?
In the middle of it.
Oh, nice. Really good time to come here.
It was not an ideal time to come here, but it was not New York, right? And New York was completely shut down. And me and a good friend of mine, we created a bunch of stuff in New York together. We were working on plays and short films. You saw my short film.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My best friend, Julie, who directed that short film, she was about to direct her first feature in LA. So she moved out here a few weeks or months ahead of me. She was like, dude, we're not LA people, but we're done with New York. Let's make this a business trip. Let's come out here and let's fucking go to work.
That's what all the LA people say. We're not New York people, we're LA people.
Yeah, I make sure you know that I'm from New York. I'm from New York. I will never be from LA. I look like I might be kind of LA, but I'm not.
You look West Side as fuck. So New York. Okay, so you guys come out here.
So come out here, and we both have a little bit of momentum running for us. I'm getting good opportunities, but then the industry shuts down again. There was a writer's strike, and fresh out of COVID where no one worked for 2 years, now there's this writer's strike. And I'm like, wow, I'm now one of those guys who didn't make it in LA too.
You've given it a half a year.
But it was the rigmarole of the industry now telling you when you can work and when you can't work, right? There's a semblance of no control, and it's kind of by design, right? Mm. And I'm like, oh, this is bad. I think I'm going to go coach football. Like, I'm really itching to go coach football because I think I'll be happier doing that. And I was really leaning towards that. At the time, I was teaching group fitness classes where I'd met Jacqueline and all these other people that we both know. I was just doing it to kind of build community and make some friends in this new town. And I was organizing these happy hours, and we were getting 30, 40, 50 people to come to these happy hours once a month just to hang. I needed to make some friends and try to fuck some people. So, why can't we do both? And I was very casually doing stand-up in New York. I did improv. I did some stand-up. I was not living the life of a stand-up, but I would get up on open mics just for the hell of it. So I had some material, and I was at this happy hour that I put together for the fitness studio one month, and I looked around and I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just make a comedy show and just literally do something? Because none of the industry is going to work for the next 8 months. I don't have the ability to put on a play, but I can put together a comedy show. I don't know any comics, but I'll figure it out. And I put it in the back of this Polish restaurant where I was doing these happy hours. And I'm like, I think 70 people will come. And 143 people came.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your first one.
My first one. And I didn't know how to do a show. I was just like, if the microphones work, this will be a good night. And my friend Roberto, who we were out with you in Vegas that one time, he's like, let me play some music. I'm like, I don't think we need music. He's like, no. Let me just play music. I'm like, all right, do it, play some music. And so he played some music. I hosted the show. I had 10 minutes of material. I kind of found 4 comics, paid them well, and it was a blast. And I am like, all right, let's do it again. Did it again the next month. And then after doing it a few times, I'm like, all right, what do I want to see in a comedy show? I'm kind of bored going to traditional comedy shows. And so, by the time you saw it, it was like, oh, I want to have a DJ. Oh, I want to have some food. Oh, I want to have a cool little after party. And I just kept throwing things into the blender. And that's kind of how I started pursuing stand-up as a career.
Wait, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so it's fairly new.
August will be year number 3 that I've started pursuing comedy as a career.
It's only those 3 years, but it's the years and years and years of trying and failing that have led up to it. 100%. I always say.
Yeah. I agree. It has all seemingly led up to this moment for sure.
It's called the 10-year overnight success story, where all of a sudden you go viral or something overnight and everyone's like, how'd you do it? And you're like, well, it's the 20 years that I've been doing it that you didn't know about.
Yeah, it's the 15 years where I was sucking ass at it and waiting tables and bartending and ripping my hair out being like, I think this is just not going to happen for me.
I was going to ask, what jobs were you doing while you were trying to actually work?
I was a cater waiter in New York. I was a bartender in New York. I've been fired from all these jobs, by the way. I waited tables at a fancy French restaurant. I got fired.
What'd you do?
Oh, I screwed it up so badly. It was this very high-class French restaurant. The hours were amazing. The pay was great. And I'm running around, and this table had a $400 bill that I dropped on the table. And for some reason, I hit a button, and the bill only said $150. And so they paid $150 in cash and then left. So I gave them the wrong check and they paid way less than they should have. Then, arguably even worse, there's a big table of 8. They ordered the most expensive appetizer on the menu, a whole seafood thing that was $300. I completely forgot to put it in. So their entrees are getting served and they're like, where is our gigantic appetizer dish? And I'm like, I fucked this night up, guys. It was so bad. And the next day they're like, get the fuck out of here, dude. It was.
It just meant you're not meant for that industry,
Oh, man. I mean, great skill to have. Everyone should learn how to wait tables and how to be a busboy and be a server. It's a very good skill to have.
I worked as a snack bar attendant at the ice skating rink. That's my closest I have to food.
In high school or at 30?
Yesterday?
Wow.
No, right out of high school, so I was in community college.
Yeah, that's an appropriate job.
That's how I learned how to make coffee, by the way. My
Wow.
first day of work, they're like, you have to make a giant pot of coffee. I was like, I've never made coffee before. Open up YouTube.
Were you good at the job?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at these jobs because I'm a control freak. No, control enthusiast. My friend said say control enthusiast.
You like control.
I like being in control. I like controlling the things. So if I'm the one doing it, I'm like, well, it's going to be the best thing ever because I'm in control of it.
Interesting. Do you feel like that translates good into your artistry?
Yes, because I know when to collaborate because I don't want to always be in control. It's the same. This is going to be the most random fucking example. It's like CEOs always get dominatrixes as their girls because they want to not be in control for a little bit, right? I'm in control all the time because if I run it, everyone knows it's going to go well. And if I don't, everyone's like, well, I wish you were running it. I'm like, fuck. But then I'm with a collaborative group that I'm good at collaborating because those people also know how to take control.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're kind of in the leader world as well. You literally were leading fitness classes and then starting a whole comedy thing.
Yeah.
You have a good leadership thing to you. Like, if you tell me to go to a comedy show, I'll be like, sure, yeah, I'm down because I believe it's going to be good.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I'm learning how to step into that because I've only started building my comedy career over the last few years.
God, you could have fooled me. You really could have fooled me.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like we said, it's all kind of led to this.
Yeah.
It didn't come from out of nowhere, but yeah, I feel like especially with stand-up, you have to be your own CEO. And what I like about it so much more than being a struggling actor is that I don't, right now at least, need anybody to help me. I booked this tour solo by emailing and reaching out to venues. With social media, I can edit all my own material. If you wanted to tonight, you can go perform at an open mic.
So crazy.
You might be bad at it, and there might only be 3 people in the audience, but you literally could do the thing. And that was the frustrating part about being an actor. It's like, unless I'm in an acting class all the time, like where do I literally be an actor every day? And as a stand-up, you can physically do it every day if you want.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm really addicted to this hustle. It's because I get to put like this athlete mentality, which I always was, into this.
Yeah.
That's why I love it.
No, and that's a really good point too about you can do it kind of on your own where you're like, I'm just going to make up some material and I could go to an open mic night versus like, waiting for an audition and things. I think that's where kind of social media came in, is that with social media now you can act and make up or do stand-up comedy on a screen, So yeah, I find that so interesting. I think that's also a reason why I never really got into acting as much either. Like I tried doing some acting. I was like, nah, I don't want to be told what to do.
But now the industry is completely changing. Like you were saying with some of your voiceover stuff, like all this stuff now is completely self-generated. And you can, through your social media pages, get discovered and get hired for really good jobs because of all this stuff.
It's so crazy. It's crazy. Like early on when social media was still like newer, before COVID, I think I got hit up by casting people for reality TV shows then because they saw a photo of me and my ex-boyfriend or something of like, you guys look hot, we want you for a show. But like that, all because I posted a photo on social media. So that's why I push people. I'm like, if you can't do it yourself with agents and all this stuff, you can also just try posting stuff on social media because you never know what post is going to maybe land you something really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I would say even probably the first year and a half of doing backdoor comedy and doing stand-up, I wasn't really even leaning into social media and how much you really need to do it. I would say over the last year and a half, I've learned how to regularly post, what to post. Even now I'm learning in real time, like what is the strategy? How do I keep getting a good following? I want to post quality things too.
Yeah.
So learning like the language of social media has been a real challenge. And it's a new skill I'm completely dumb to right now.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that's what I find so interesting. So then how did you get 140 people to your shows? Is it all word of mouth?
Yeah, so I luckily had this really great base from this fitness studio. And they would let me put up flyers in the studio. They would let me shout it out. And, word just started getting around. I had an email list of people who bought tickets to my shows. I would email people. And I just made sure that every single person I knew was getting a message from me. Hey, next show, September 8th, come. I would message everybody. I would text everybody that I'd ever met in LA. And, not every show was a banger. Some people was 100, some people was 75, some people were 200 some shows.
Wow.
But I just did it every single month.
Wow.
No matter what. And I was hosting the show, so I would do a new 10 minutes every single show. And I'm like, all right, let's start writing. Let's start getting busy. And I would host other shows around LA, and I would start to do what you do as a stand-up.
Wow.
Yeah.
And were you making money from this?
Yeah, the show was pretty expensive to do because of the nature of what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get the comics, you got to get the DJ. I would hire a food truck. I'd have to get the venue space. I'd have to get the chairs. So depending on the month, I was making a lot or making a little. But the mission to me was not money at all. I actually didn't give a shit about money. That was just like a bonus. It was, can we generate something right now that is going to launch my career? That is all I cared about. If it made the show better, I bought it. If it made the show cooler, I hired her. You know, it didn't matter to me. I would have aerialists spitting from the ceiling for 10 minutes just because I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, I made the show that I wanted to make. That's really, I led with that. Nothing else mattered.
Yeah.
And so to me, the money will come through hopefully how good I become at this. But at the time, I wasn't thinking about profit.
Yeah, and I feel like that's such a creative thing of us to do too. Like as creatives, it's like we're not thinking about the money. We're just thinking about what's going to make me happy, and am I going to actually do something I actually like to do for the rest of my life? You know what I mean?
And that was like the hard part. It was like, I need to make something that will make me feel like a creative, like this artist that I claim that I am. You know, you're this professional acting student getting an audition every so often, maybe getting a job every so often. I didn't feel like a full-time creative.
Yeah.
And now doing this, I'm like, oh, I'm obsessed with this. I can think about this all the time. But it doesn't stop there. It's like, this is just one show a month. What about getting other shows? What about getting on other people? You know,
Yeah.
this has now become a lifestyle.
Yeah. Lifestyle of the comedian.
It's not pretty, let me tell you. It sounds great. It's not.
Oh, I don't think any creative industry is pretty at all. Even in the A-list world, it's like they're stressed with something else. You know what I mean? Everyone wants what they think they don't have.
Yeah, I just don't think people understand like really what it takes. They see the finished product. And that's what's funny about my research that I'm doing on Instagram right now.
Okay.
I'm reading that people are wanting to see a new trend of like how things really are.
Yes.
And not the highlight reels. So I'm leaving for my headlining tour next week. And what I've been doing for the previous tour was doing an on the road with Max kind of segment.
Yeah.
Where I show like this cool restaurant, this packed club, like the plane ride. But what I'm about to do is really the rough part of the road where like I'm driving 6 hours at a clip. I'm doing these like small brewery shows in the middle of nowhere where there's like 35 people. The TV's on. No one's paying attention to me. Like this is kind of the ground floor of touring.
Yeah.
And I want to make a series on my socials showcasing this.
Good. That is literally, that is what is working right now too, because people are so sick and tired of seeing the glitz, the glamour, everyone's perfect selfies. Give us the real shit. Give us it took me 12 hours to drive here, and then the tire exploded on the road, and then this happened, the TV's run. People want to see that because then they're like, oh, it feels more relatable and feels like, okay, I could do that. You know, it gives people more of a hope instead of like seeing, love you Zendaya, but seeing like another Zendaya photo of her gorgeous outfits on all the red carpets for the Odyssey and then Taylor Swift's wedding. I'm just like, okay, but why? I want to see the real people doing the real things that are attainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something very human about it. And there's this girl I know from New York, this fellow actor who I knew in the circuit. She was also bartending forever, similar age as me. And around COVID, she started doing these kind of like peek behind the curtain videos of her audition tapes, and then the clip of the show of the girl who got it. And I thought that was really interesting. And then she would open up residuals checks for like $2.50. And she kind of generated this really cool channel for herself, just showing you what it's like to be a working actor who is on the low end of it. And now she's completely made a career of herself, showing all these like user-generated content videos, sponsorship deals, and she really shows you everything. And I just think it's like, how do I make this my own? She just ran with it.
Yeah. You kind of like figure it out as you do it. You know what I mean? Like, I think what you're going to do for this upcoming tour is really cool, just showing like the nitty gritty of it all. And you kind of like, as you do it, you'll figure out kind of, oh, this is like, I like doing this part. I like showing this. People are resonating with this. And then it'll kind of just start to flow. That's kind of how you figure it out. There's no like, the thing about content is there's no like right or wrong way. It's just there's certain ways that do work a little bit better, but it might not be for everyone. And then the whole reason that people become more original is because they find the way that works for them.
So when you say like you find what works for you, do you base that off of genuinely what you like, or do you base that off of the views that you get, or a combination of the two?
Combination. So like when I was doing my Russian Sasha series, I had been doing a million things before that, right? And then I started doing this Sasha character and they were doing okay, but I just like playing the character. I was like, this is a fun character. And then one video did really, really well. And I was like, okay, so I like the character and it's starting to do well. So I'm going to double down on it. But I genuinely liked playing this character. And I've tried a lot of characters. I was Princess Fiona for a second from Shrek on another account. Like I've tried a lot of random things, but the Russian character, I was like, I like this. So I think that's what I tell people. I'm like, when you make content, whatever you're about to do, make sure you like it. Because if it takes off, you're going to have to do a lot more of it. Because that's kind of the secret is if it works once, do it again and again and again and again and again. Next thing you know, you've been Sasha for almost 6 years now. Like,
Damn.
it's crazy. And I worked in film production before as well. So I worked in the film life, production life.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought I wanted to be, I never wanted to be like a traditional actor. I don't know why. I think I sold myself short there, but I always wanted to be in production. I've been shooting since I was 13 years old. Blah, 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 blah. Ends up working in TV and film in Hollywood, but I always did social media because I liked being in front of camera too. I just don't like being told what to do on camera. I just want to do it myself, which I think means I kind of want to more be a director. Like,
Yeah.
you know? And so then did production, COVID hits, no more production. I was also an online fitness coach too. We have very similar trajectories.
It's a great skill to have too.
Yeah, did bodybuilding shows, blah, 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 all that thing. But then towards the end of COVID, like October 2020, November 2020, I got asked to work on Snowfall again. So I worked as a...
Love that show.
Yeah, really?
Love that show.
Yeah, I worked on, I think, season 3.
Cool.
Yeah, really cool. The actors, the whole crew was so
Great
sick.
show.
Yeah. I was a PA / I had just gotten into the camera union, which I thought was like I wanted to be a Steadicam operator. And I just got out of COVID, whatever. I show up to work, I work a couple days, and then I wake up the next day and I'm drenched in sweat and I got COVID. And they call me, they're like, okay, you have to stay home for 2 weeks straight, but we're going to pay you. And I was like, that's unheard of in this fucking world, what? And then I was like, all right, Alex, I literally told myself, I'd been on social media since I was 13. This is what, like 29 at this point or 27. I was sitting there and I was like, if I can't figure out how to go viral on the internet after this long, I don't deserve to be on the internet. And now I had these 2 weeks during COVID where nothing was going on. There was no parties, no FOMO, nothing. And I was like, I have 2 weeks to figure this out without work. You know what I mean? It was crazy. I was like, I got this. And I basically figured it out during that.
Wow.
Yeah, I basically like did it, but then the videos took off in like November, like December, January. And the first video that hit like 1 million views in 6 hours is January 6th, 2021. And then for a month straight, I made all the videos, stopped working on film. I ended Snowfall that month. D. Ray Davis grabs my shoulder and goes, this is how it starts. Do not stop. Because everyone on set, I was going stupid viral. Like,
sick.
I was like getting millions. I gained 1 million followers in a month. And everyone it was while getting people coffee on set.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was so crazy. I'd be like, here's your coffee order. They're like, is this you? And I'm like, your coffee order. They're like, you? And I'm like, I need your coffee order. I'm going to get yelled at. And then D. Ray Davis is like, this is how it starts. Do not stop.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you will ever remember saying that, but I do because that literally changed my brain.
Wow, D-Ray's a great comic.
Yeah, I know. And he was in, didn't he do 21 Jump Street?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's like has a role in it somewhere. But anyway, we've now turned the podcast into you asking me questions.
Sorry.
No, I'm telling you, you need to
This
have
is
a
the
podcast.
most time I've spent with a woman alone in years, so I just feel like I have to ask questions now.
Words.
Yeah, I have to train myself again. The one thing you don't get to do is date when you're fully indebted to your career.
Yes, it's
So-
hard as fuck.
Would like to make some more time for that.
But why?
I mean, listen, I'm 40 years old. Like, I want to have a family. I want to
Okay,
have
you do
children.
want a
That's really
family.
important to me. I really want those things. But, like, right now, stand-up is the hot hand. And I have to all in right now, give everything I can to this. And that means going out every single night. Even if I'm not on a show, going to a show. I'm going on the road. I'll be away every single weekend for the next 4 months. I was just away every single weekend for the last 13 months.
Wow.
So I don't know how you have both. I'd like to. I'll figure it out. It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard when you're like in your career, but then you're like well, what happens to dating? It's you got to give something up while you're doing something, but you can do it.
Yeah,
There's
you
balance. But I feel like at the beginning when you're ramping up, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I have to do everything that I'm doing right now just to have a shot. Forget making it, forget having success. I feel like I have to do all this just to have a prayer. Because there's a lot of people also doing these kinds of things and then some. So I need to do more. You know, there are guys that have been in LA doing this since they're 22.
Yeah.
And so the guys that are my age have been out here for 15 years doing this. And the guys that are just starting out in year 3 are 15 years younger than I am.
Listen, you
So-
could convince me that you're 25. I would believe you.
I feel it. Let me tell you. If you saw me on 4th of July, you would think that I was 25.
So tell me about this tour you just went on. Where'd you go? How'd you book it?
Yeah, so I was opening for another comic for the last 13 months, and we traveled.
13 months?
It was 13 months. Yeah. And outside of like a pause in February for 5 weeks, we were really on the road almost every single weekend. It was 60 cities.
Wow.
And I think that time was when I really transitioned from a comic who thinks he can do this and wants to do this to a comic who's doing this. You know, I went from just hosting shows, which is what you do at the top for 10 minutes, to now being the feature act, which is you go on for 15, 20, 25 in the middle of the show before the headliner comes on. And you do your material, you're not warming up the crowd anymore, and then you get off the stage and the headliner comes on. And so I had to really work on my writing, really develop my voice, try things on stage, and now I'm all over the country doing it. So now how do I resonate with my LA West Side Burning Man ketamine jokes in Nebraska where everyone is 65 years old because they're there to see the headliner and no one knows what 2CB is. And I have to like go into the audience and be like, well, you know, it was just a ridiculous situation to be in every night, but it made me hone my skills and learn how to talk to different kinds of people. And also I got to see the country in a way that I've never seen the country.
This is a U.S. tour?
It was U.S. and we did a little bit of Canada.
Ooh.
And I've never traveled the U.S. to this degree. I've always been out of the country traveling. And so I really have a new appreciation for America. I mean, there are people that have really hard fucking lives out there and they're coming to spend money and see comedy. And I'm like, wow, this is really powerful. I really appreciate these people, you know?
What was your favorite spot you stopped at?
Oh, loved Bozeman, Montana for sure.
Wow.
We did 2 days there last summer. And I was like, well, I've never been to these mountain towns before. So I rebooked this whole area as part of my headlining tour. I'll be there in 2 weeks.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Why'd you like it so much?
I don't know. There was something about like these funky mountain towns that I just appreciated. This
Funky.
funky, there's like a simpler life. You know, like I'm from the city. I've never like been in small town America before.
Yeah.
So to like slow down and be in the mountains and eat elk steaks and be near a creek, you know, it was like kind of cool. It was like kind of cool.
You're like cosplaying.
Yeah, I was like, I could do this for a little while. I would need to find like, I'm a city kid. Like the energy for me is in the streets.
Yeah.
I need it. Like I'm bored in LA because my life really is more New York City. But I really do value now like the sense of calm that is these other places that I'm starting to travel to.
Would you move back to New York ever?
You know what? I did it. I don't feel it. You know, I really like that my career is moving in a positive direction in LA. I don't know if LA is my forever home.
Yeah.
But as of right now, as much as I can complain about LA, I don't have an interest in going back to New York. I do love going back there and getting some Italian food, getting some pizza, seeing my boys, talking with my family who all talks like this. Like I need that, you know? I need that. And then I'll come back to LA.
Yeah. That's like me with Vegas now. I'm like, LA and I have had a nice run, but it was time to break up.
Were you there a while?
Only 6 years, but when you work in the film industry, it feels like forever.
Yeah.
But I just need a break from the hustle and bustle of it all. Because I'm kind of same, but different. I love the hustle and the bustle and the city, da-da-da. But I needed, in a weird way, for me, LA was the crazy compared to your New York. I've only been to New York twice. But I just needed a break from it all so I could think clear. Because it was getting, like, even just being back on weekends, I'm like, how do I waste so much time driving? I spend more money here in a weekend than I do in, like, 2 weeks in Vegas. Like, I literally was sitting here after, 4th of July, and I'm like, how have I spent like $300 this weekend? How? Versus in Vegas, I literally order groceries, I work, I hang out with people, and I'm like, I've maybe spent 30, 40, maybe $50 this week. Like, that was another thing. I just wanted to save money, focus, and not get distracted. I'm like pointing to LA, which is over here apparently,
Okay. So did you find LA to be a distracting
So
place?
distracting.
Okay, can you tell me why?
Why are you asking?
Because I strangely feel very undistracted by Los Angeles.
Interesting. Okay, I find it distracting because I have way too many fucking friends here. Love all my friends. I'm not hating on him. I'm super ADHD, so, a party? Oh my God, wait, there's an opportunity, a networking event. Oh my God, over there, wait, there, da, da, da. And next thing you know, it's like I have to go to Westside, Culver City, Hollywood, North Hollywood, Burbank, the Valley, and back to fucking Malibu and down to Long Beach because I want to go to all these things. And then you get this weird FOMO of like, oh, I should have been there. You should have been there. You should have been there. You should have been there. Oh, there's a casting opportunity. There's a thing opportunity. Oh my God, it was just like too distracting for me.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so
I
feel, all right, so I'm 40. I've lived a very colorful life. I feel like I really have taken like a bite out of living, especially in New York where like everything is there for you. And so, especially going to Burning Man, like I feel like I've done a version of it all. I've partied it all, I've eaten it all, I've fucked it all, I've dated it all. Like I genuinely feel like I've done a version of it all.
Yeah.
And so coming out to Los Angeles, no knock on LA and people that want to move here and do their thing, but like I have not been presented with anything really in Los Angeles that has made me feel like, oh, I haven't done this yet. I've seen it, I've done it. And so nothing really is distracting me right now from getting my work done. And my work is genuinely, how do I become a better comic?
I think that just means you're at the right place at the right time right now.
Totally. Yeah,
You know
LA
what I
is
mean?
perfect for me, 100%. And listen, we were together on 4th of July. It is the most hilarious shit show on this beach. And I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. I mean, there are plenty of people that we know that, were married for 10 years and lived in some little small town and then broke up with them and then moved to LA and they get to live out this awesome fantasy of being a college kid every weekend if you want to. This is the town for you.
Yep.
Go do it. This is great. But I've done a version of that already. And like I told you in the beginning, like me and my friend Julie moved out here and we're like, this is a business trip.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places to go fuck around. We're from back there. We're away from our family, our friends from back home. Like, don't fuck this. I don't want to fuck this up.
Yeah.
That's how I really feel. I don't got time to lose.
And I think, how old were you when you moved here?
It was 5.5 years ago, so 35.
Exactly. I'm 33 now, so I'm kind of getting to that mindset that you're in, that you were when you moved. That's where I am now. But I was still 27 or 26 when I moved here, right? So I was still like, LA, the glitz and the glamour. Now I'm like, dude, I don't care if it's Justin Bieber or Drake's party. I got work to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have a shoot now that just came up on the 21st, and my friend's like, "Oh, come to the Ed Sheeran show in San Diego." I'm like, I can't. I got to shoot, and I don't feel bad about it.
Good.
But I think that's called just growing up.
It's taken me a while. Still genuinely learning what that means, but I feel happy with the progress.
Yeah. I mean, this is so cool that you've only been doing technically stand-up for so short but so long. I think it's really inspiring, actually. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. The fun part about it is that I really do think a lot can be accomplished with sheer will and drive and hustle. Like, I think it just really starts there. Because there's a lot of amazing comics that I've seen in this town that should be really big, but I think they're a little bit too much into the party scene. They do it for the wrong reasons. There's other things going on. Doesn't matter what, but I'm just like, this person is brilliant.
Yeah.
Why is this person not doing better than they are? And vice versa too. I see people who are like pretty good at comedy, not great, but they're huge because they have a hustle to them. And so I am desperately trying to now combine the talent and the hustle.
Yeah.
And this will take me forever. I think that's the best part about this. Like, it'll never be done. But marrying the two is going to be my life's mission for the next 30 years of my life or whenever I die.
Never die.
I'm never going to die.
No, and I think that's so true because, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, you don't like, yes, some people are good at something, but they just don't have the hustle and drive. And the people with the hustle and drive, And also the network, the connections you make. It's not all about, but it is, it's having your connections definitely overpowers sometimes your skill.
Totally.
Because if you just know the right person who knows the Netflix producer for the next roast of whoever on Netflix, you're in,
Yeah, you need to be well liked. There's no doubt about it.
Yes.
You need to catch a couple lucky breaks, no doubt about it, but you need to be prepared. You need to be good. And I'm working tirelessly right now to make sure that I'm as prepared as possible.
How many, is comedy your full-time then?
Oh yeah, it's become full-time now for sure.
How are you just working like 12 hours a day writing? Like, what do you do when you're not touring?
Yeah, I think there's a mixture of things. I never feel like I truly have enough time to write. I'm still learning how to actively write. A lot of comedians will sit down and they will have a structured few hours where they're in front of the computer or the notepad. It hasn't really worked as much for me. I find that my ideas come to me kind of when I'm in motion. I'll write them down. I have a voice recorder that I travel with, and then I'll beat it up later. Editing is really a full-time job. I mean, every time I want to post a clip, it's like a solid few hours. That takes like a good portion of the day. I do that in the beginning of the day. Tons of outreach. I'm booking this tour. I'm researching like state by state, different venues, making a sheet, making a list. There's a lot of like technical stuff too that has nothing to do with the creative.
You're doing everything.
Everything, all of it, yeah.
You don't have a manager or anything. It's just you.
No.
That's awesome.
It's funny, like in acting, the person who's the lead of the movie and the person who has 2 lines of the movie, those people both have agents because that's just kind of how the industry runs. The auditions come through agents, whatever. But for a comedian, it's very different. Until you are able to really sell out a weekend at a comedy club, there's really no money yet in it for an agent to be with you. Like I'm going to be making $700 at a brewery in Wyoming. That's a lot of money for me to work one night.
Yeah.
But like an agent's going to take $70 of that. It makes no sense for them. They will come to you when you are going to make 5-10 grand in a weekend.
Wow.
And so the freeing part is back in New York when I was like constantly emailing agents and managers hoping for like a shot. I don't need to deal with that anymore.
Yeah.
I will go book my own show. I will go book my own tour. And these agents and managers are very smart people. They see who's working. They see who's doing well. And so when it's time, that will happen for me.
Yeah.
But it is not at all something I give a shit about right now.
Yeah, no, this is good to hear because sometimes when you see someone, doing something successful, everyone always assumes like they have a team behind them or they're doing everything, with a team. But it sounds like you're doing everything by yourself. What is motivating you to do it? How hard is it to wake up every day and be like, I need to do this?
No, I wake up every day and I can't wait to do this. And the motivation is coming from a couple of things. Because I'm actively doing it versus like trying to do it, I'm getting the feedback. So it's like I'm getting this like affirmation. Even the bad shows are great. I'm just happy I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But when you go on stage and you crush, you're like, oh my God, this is the greatest. And even when I go on stage and fail, I'm like, I'm doing the thing. This is motivating. And so I get to keep stacking the chips. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And I'll hit some walls. I'll hit some ruts. This is the career that is full of them. And I will want to rip my hair out and want to quit a million times. And that's a career,
Yeah.
But the motivating part versus acting was like, the momentum is very easy to generate.
Because you're generating it.
I'm generating it.
Yeah.
So take an off day if you want. But once Monday rolls around, I'm getting that ball rolling again.
Yeah.
And as an athlete who grew up playing sports.
What'd you play?
I was a football player at Syracuse University.
Oh.
And I was a walk-on. And it was like kind of the same journey of just like trying to find a way in and being willful. And then just like the tiniest little door opening is all I need.
Yep.
And then I will figure it out.
Kick it down.
I will kick it down. I will go under the door. I will take the door off. The fun part to me is trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
Like, for example, I don't get a lot of spots in LA. LA is a really hard town to get booked shows on.
Really?
And I'm still very, very new. So while a lot of people do know who I am because I hang around a lot and I have a good show, no one's putting me up at the Comedy Store or at the Improv. You know, I've gone up a couple times at the Improv. So I'm like, all right, instead of hanging around like everyone else is, hoping to get found and get spots, why don't I just hit the road?
Yeah.
And see if I can just go do that and work on my headlining tour. Now I'm headlining, I'm doing an hour now. So I'm really getting good on stage. I'm getting minutes, hours on stage.
Hour on stage.
Now I'm doing an hour, yeah. And it's hard, but I've been writing vigorously for the last 14 months of my life. And what I'm doing now is going to take 2 years to really make masterful. But I'm on stage for an hour and I love it. And I'm so happy with what I'm doing on there.
Yay.
And there's more I can do, and it's getting tweaked all the time.
Do you do like the same kind of like jokes and things each night, or does it change a little bit?
When I was featuring, going up in the middle, I would switch up my 15, 20 minutes just because I had a lot of stuff to work on. But now with this hour, I kind of have the structure down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on punching things up and editing and stuff like that. But like, I kind of have this hour kind of where I want it. But there's tweaks everywhere.
You're like, switch out the different ketamine jokes for heroin and black
Oh my
tar
God.
meth.
You have no idea how many times I had to change out drug references. Like, depending on where I am in the country, I will say a different drug because they have no idea what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
wait, tell me some.
Oh my God. There's a joke that all right, the name of my tour is called the LA Sober Tour.
LA Sober Tour?
It's called the LA Sober
Are you
Tour.
sober?
Did you see me on 4th of July?
I know, I'm asking you. They don't know what you were
Don't
like
we run
on
into
4th of
each
July?
other every year at Burning Man? Like, we
I
are
know.
not, okay?
You could go to Burning Man sober. I don't know.
I have a friend who goes to Burning Man for 24 hours because that's all he's allowed to do, and he goes sober.
That doesn't sound fun.
I'd kill myself.
I'm just being honest.
The LA Sober Tour is named it because I make fun of LA a lot on my
I
hour.
love making fun of LA.
And everyone loves hearing it because they see the news and they have their opinions of LA. And I just say, no. I just look like this. I'm with you guys on this, you know? So part of my bit is LA Sober being this very weird contradictory term where people don't drink alcohol, but they do every drug. It's not sober. So I go through like the laundry list of drugs that like me and my friends do in LA, and I'll name them all. And by like number 5, people are looking at me like I'm a moron. And I remember asking this woman in the crowd, we were in Ohio, and I was naming like 2CB, 2C. And I go, do you know what 2CB is? She goes, is it like weed? And I was like, no, it's not.
You're like, sure, I guess.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so good. And I really like that part. Like, I love the part where like I'm saying things that they cannot relate to or don't even agree with. But I'm like, no. I've worked on this. Trust me. I want you to understand why I feel this way. And by the end of the show, I hope you understand it too.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole through line to this that's really been fun to work on.
The LA Sober Tour.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, California Sober, LA Sober. Oh, sorry. No drinking for me. I just do hard drugs. Like,
It's insane.
It's
One of my friends
insane.
out here will never touch gluten, but he's the biggest cokehead I know. I'm like, dude, you're going to shit your pants either way, man. Go with the spaghetti, okay? It's just so stupid.
I think it's just LA.
It's so LA.
It's so LA. That should be your next tour.
It's so LA. Get a job, LA.
Get a job. No, we're waiting for our sugar daddies and our big break in our acting career.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I spent a lot of time waiting for that. It's not happening, that's for sure. It is not
Acting-
happening.
I say acting is one of the hardest ones, I think. Well, music and acting. I've worked in both so long. Music, I think, is generally harder because it's a lot of it's fabricated. I think music is harder than acting.
Really?
Yeah. Just because, like, they're both fucking hard, but I work in music and it's just, that's brutal.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, listen, I still audition for things. The industry's really slow right now, and I'm sure I will come back to acting in some way, but the best part is I will come back to it through what I'm doing now, which is like I'm showcasing how I want to be seen. Like back in New York, I'm auditioning for like Lifetime movies and like
You'd
vampire
be such
shows.
a good Lifetime movie
No,
actor.
I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
That was my first role ever.
Really?
My friends make fun of me so much. I played Kenny Ashton, hotshot real estate agent in the Lifetime movie Unanswered Prayers.
I'm writing this down.
I was Kenny Ashton, hotshot real estate agent in Lifetime's original movie, Unanswered prayers.
Unanswered prayers. Were you main featured? How many lines you got in there?
I worked for one day.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
And wait a minute. This is a great story. It was my first ever acting role. I had not even taken acting classes. I didn't really know what I was doing. I had 2 lines in this movie, okay? We shoot in Richmond, Virginia in September. It is 1,000,000 degrees. And the movie takes place in the fall. So I'm wearing a sweater, a vest, I'm wearing all this stuff, and I'm sweating. I'm rehearsing my 2 lines in the mirror for like 2 hours. That is not how you act, okay? You don't practice how you're gonna say your lines. The lines were, nice to meet you, and it's a tough market. And I was like, in the mirror being like, it's a tough market. It's a tough market. It's a tough market. And I was like, wow, this is not good. So I remember the production assistant, you know this job, remember, knocks on my door and says, all right, Max, we're going to take you to set in 5 minutes. I said, okay, cool. So I walk out, I go to the trailer bathroom. I'm like, all right, let me just get sorted out. Let me pee. Let me get everything going. And I'm peeing and I shit in my pants. I'm not exaggerating. I completely farted and shit came out into my pants.
What?
And the next thought that came out of my head is true and silly. But the moment it happened, I'm standing at the urinal, I pee, I shit my pants, and I said, oh my God, I'm not Tom Cruise. They do not have another pair of pants for me. And I'm like, I'm so screwed. So I shuffle into the bathroom stall, and I sit down, and it is a disaster. But luckily, there is a bucket of wet wipes sitting there, gift of God. I cleaned myself up, and I went and said those 2 lines as bad as I rehearsed them in that trailer, and that was my first job ever on a set. It was insane.
Do you use this story for your stand-up bit? Because it would be really good.
I don't know. I've never talked about this before. Yeah, I've never talked about this before. I never.
You can start up your bit and be like, so I was a struggling actor. Here's the first gig I ever got, or what. I don't know how your bits go, but I do know how your bits go, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Completely shit my pants. Yeah, that's it. That was my first day.
And you're like, never acting again.
I was like, this is not good. Like, this is really a problem.
God or whatever was giving you a sign like, you shouldn't do this, but I'll help you out anyway. And you didn't listen.
Whatever production assistant put that bucket of wet wipes there was the greatest person.
Oh.
Thank you.
She probably got yelled at by some AD to do it, and she's just like, whatever, no one's going to use these.
Oh, it was so funny. It was 100 degrees. I'm dripping sweat. And my pants were, it was bad. It was bad.
Well, that's a lovely story. So you have a tour coming up.
Yes.
Segue real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so the LA Sober Tour.
Yep.
When does it start? How long are you going?
Yeah, so I had started doing some of the dates already in May, in between the other tour that I was going on. But come July 15th, it's pretty much for the next 4 months just my tour dates, starting in Denver. Ooh. And it's going until right now, end of October, I think. San Diego, I think I'm finishing in end of October. But more dates are being added. So I'm trying to keep this going into November and December.
Or do you like go to Denver, stay there, and then come back? Or how do you do this? Or do you just do?
Yeah, so this is the funny part of trying to organize dates for yourself. So like in May, I did this long loop through Arizona. So I was able to take my car and go through like Joshua Tree for a show, then Flagstaff for a show, and then circle around to Havasu. And you kind of do these loops. But for Denver, I'll fly there, I'll rent a car, and then I have shows going up into the north of Colorado, and then into Wyoming, into Montana, and back again. So you kind of get these little routes that have ideally a show, hopefully every few hours. And you try to build it from there.
Yeah. Wow. Do you have anyone opening for you?
So I'm not, when you're a big headliner.
So no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Try to say I'm pretty broke right now. And, these headliners, ideally you're in a situation where you can bring an opener with you. That's the ideal.
Yeah.
So for me, where I'm at, there's a local guy at each place, and then they'll do it. However, one of my closest friends from growing up lives in Denver, and he and another friend from growing up are going to join me for part of this tour just to hit the road and have fun. And they're going to open one of my shows. Neither of them are comedians, and neither of them have ever done comedy in their entire lives. And they are going to open one of the shows in Wyoming.
And they're going to shit their pants.
They're going to shit their pants. They're going to shit their bed. They're going to be so bad. But I love that they're going to do this with me.
Aww.
Like, this is the one chance we're ever going to have to do this, because if this goes well, I'll be doing clubs in places where people have to have comedy experience to do
Matt
the show.
Rife will be paying to see you.
No, Matt Rife is huge. Matt Rife is an amazing
No. One day, you'll be selling at stadiums bigger than Matt Rife. That's what I told my friend Nicole. I said, you got to imagine. You guys will be you battling out with each other. You know what I mean?
That's very nice of you. Right now, my goal is just sell tickets to Thermopolis, Wyoming on July 19th.
Sick.
My goal is to sell 30 tickets to a bar show in Denver. That would be great.
Do you have any shows in Vegas?
I am getting booked for Vegas in November, but it's not a headlining show.
That's okay.
I'll be doing a guest spot on a show.
I'll still come out. Let me know.
All right.
I like comedy shows.
Me too.
Are you doing any in LA?
For my 3-year anniversary for Backdoor Comedy, I'm going to do my headlining set in August.
This August. Wait, when? Right before Burning Man?
Yeah. It'll be like the third week of August, right before we leave for the burn.
All right.
And that's my 3-year anniversary for my show.
Wow.
And also, like, it's fun for me because so many of our friends have come to my shows and have seen this from the ground floor.
Yeah.
Where I was literally doing 10 minutes of whatever I had
at a Polish restaurant,
and they've seen me do these little bits, and I want to be able to just give them this like awesome gift that they've helped me build, which is now this whole hour that has like an arc and a story and this whole thing, and to be able to present this for them, that's really important for me.
Wow. So for selling tickets to these random cities you're going to, are you pushing it on social media? Are they pushing it on social media? How's that working?
Yeah, great question. So, comedy clubs are not really booking me for these weekends because you have to be able to push 150 people into a room anywhere to be able to get a comedy club night. So for a new headliner like me who doesn't have a huge following yet, you go to breweries that already have kind of organized events, right? You go to these small theaters that are like 30, 40, 50 seat theaters where it's a little easier to pack the space. And so you work with these venues. They have a mailing list. They have good socials. And so they're also able to kind of help with the load. I've hired a social media team, which is just one girl who knows how to do this more than me.
Yeah.
And she knows how to build these ads out, target them. I was like trying to figure it out, but like every ounce of bandwidth I dedicate towards other things is less for some of the creative stuff. And so at this point, I'm like, all right, I can allocate a few dollars towards some of these other things so that I can just be better at the performance part and the writing part.
Yeah.
So she's building out like a whole map. We have ads. We have all this stuff. We'll see if it works.
You know what? You never know until you do it.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? This one big comic gave me some advice the other day. He was like, because I also want to go on the road again with another comic and open for him because you get to like really see the road. And he said, don't worry so much about that. I said, really? I thought that was kind of like the deal. No, if you're headlining now, go keep headlining. Go keep getting your stage time. Go fall flat on your face. Go learn how to sell tickets. Go learn the road and have it be your show. Go be the guy.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he's really smart. And, there are some guys that, want to be career openers. It's a great life. The pressure is off of you. If you're with the right headliner, you make a killing. You're working 50 weeks a year if you want. Like, it is a cushy life. But I want a headline. I want to do an hour. I want to get up there and have it be my night.
Yeah.
And to what degree, who knows? Maybe it'll be stadiums. Maybe it'll be clubs. Maybe it'll be a shitty bar in New Hampshire.
Or maybe it'll be the insane asylum. We don't know.
I really have no idea. But like right now, I just want to be on stage as much as I can. I'm still hosting in LA just because I want to get on stage. I just want to get good. That's really where I'm at right now. Get as good as I can.
Practice your craft no matter what.
Wherever it is, it does not matter.
Same. I get it. People are like, why are you still shooting all the festivals? I'm like, because it's fun.
I want to do it. That's the thing.
Because I want to do it, and it's good practice, and it's fun. Like, I don't understand.
I think that I see people taking not doing a good job of taking the ego out of the job.
Yes.
And there are plenty of comics that I hang with all over town who just like they think it's like below them to do something, or they think it makes them look not professional enough. I don't know. There's another thing going on that like I don't think is helpful to them.
Yeah.
Saying yes to everything, to me, at least right now, is important. I'm still developing and I'm still very new.
While you can. Say yes to all the things while you can, because soon you won't be able to.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, because people are like, oh, like, you know, you have millions of followers, but you're the one shooting the TikToks. I'm like, yeah, because I like to, because I do both.
Yeah.
The best thing you could do, just throw the ego out the door and just do it because you want to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
and I gotta tell
like
you, I think that that's really prevented me, even when I was acting in New York City. I think that prevented me from getting better. Not wanting to do these little shitty plays because they didn't pay anything. And I'm like, oh, what's the point? I wasn't about the work. I was more about the outcome. That's really what it was.
Ooh.
I was outcome-based and not process-based.
Ooh, yeah. And that's how you know you're kind of in the wrong thing. Because it's like, oh, I just want to be famous and be an actor and be on the big things. But in reality, like as you said, it's the journey of doing it. As you're about to document for social media, like, I'm going to be on the road and who knows what's going to happen. Oh my God, you need to document your friends.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be so good.
I'm really excited about it.
And my suggestion to you is get an editor. It will change your life, especially when you're on the road.
Yeah.
Get an editor for super cheap. I can tell you after about this.
Okay.
It will help because then you just give them the footage, tell them what you want, and then while you're driving and then you can get the edits back, give some notes.
And would you shoot it in landscape so that it can go onto YouTube long form as well?
Here's my suggestion on that. If you can do long form YouTube, do it and then clip what you can. But if you are like, I'll maybe do long form YouTube, fuck that, stick to the short stuff for now.
Because you can do both if you shoot it.
You can, but YouTube only works if you are consistent. So like, you can't just do like one YouTube video a month and expect to have 1 million followers. It's not. Short form, easier to gain more people to see what you're doing because it's short form, right? With long form, I was talking to this guy at YouTube at VidCon, and he's like, how many YouTube videos can you realistically do in a week? I said, maybe one. He goes, okay, so that means one every other week. And I go, yeah, maybe. And he goes, okay, that means 3 or one every 3 weeks. Because he's like, the thing with YouTube is it's a week's not that long. Because Saturday and Sunday are part of the week, but a lot of people don't work on those days. So you technically have 5 days to get a YouTube video shot, edited, and posted, and then do it again. So if you're going to do YouTube and film, make sure that you have someone helping you editing it.
Interesting, okay.
And make sure that you can do it consistently. So like if you're going on this tour, right, it would be good to be like, you know, episode 1, 2, 3 each week or each stop. But like I would say if you had a videographer with you, you know, and then an editor, like you could have some people help you. Because
interesting.
As someone who comes from this world, dude, I haven't posted anything in like 3 or 4 days because I've just been busy and I just didn't feel like fucking editing something. Because I still edit my own content, but like for my agency content stuff, we have editors for that because I'm also a creative, right? So like I have to be in the right mood to want to edit the thing, to do it. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, you really got to want to do it. And it's annoying. And that's the drudgery of it sometimes. I'm like, I wake up and I want to edit a video, but you have to because this is how you have to contribute to the
social media.
You have to do it. Like I'm just seeing now, especially in comedy, you cannot get booked unless you have a following. Back in the day, it was very different. Back in the day, it was based on other metrics. There are people who have a TikTok following now who are not stand-up comedians who are getting booked on tours in big clubs because they have 1 million followers.
Yep.
They fall flat on their face on stage, but it doesn't matter to the club owners because the tickets are sold out.
Because they have a following.
Where there are comics who are unbelievable killers who do not have a following.
Yep.
And they cannot get booked on shows.
I would say for this tour, here's my unsolicited
Give it
advice. Shoot short form and post as much as you fucking can while on tour. Like, don't wait like 5 days after the show. Like, this is why I'm telling you should get an editor. Like, I can help you find an editor, right? Like, that way you shot this behind the scenes tour footage of whatever, pull back the curtain. You give it to the editor, he gets it done in the next under 24 hours, and boom, your social media girl posts it. Now you're already like, and you don't have to worry about, oh my God, when am I gonna have time to edit? Because you're still filming behind the scenes. Dude, I would watch that if you're posting like a couple times a week. I'm like, oh my God, Max did what? Max is what? He took 12 hours. Oh my God, his friends bombed on stage. That's a series I'd follow because now I want to be part of it.
Wow.
And you do it like this. You do it like day one, day two, like those types of series do really well. Like I do day one of grading my followers' reels until I hit 50K, right? And I do it every day. But I do it not every day, but I do it every time I do another one. It's part 2, part 3, part 4. So I don't do it every day anymore because it was killing me doing it every day. I'll do it every couple days, but it's 2, 3, 4, 5. You do that, you're like, I don't know what you want to call it. Name of this like series, LA Sober Tour Day 1. I'm in my Wyoming today. An elk in my car. I don't know. For some reason, me elk meek. I shit my pants. You know what I mean? Like you have all these things, and then people now are going to come along. So it's like your 3rd city, 4th city, 5th city, or you can do however you want. But
And so because it's for a short form vertical video, you keep this to what, like under a minute?
depends. It's a good question. Instagram has made it longer now. I think you can post up to like. It used to be a minute and a half. Now it's like 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know. I got to look at what it is, but you can post longer things now. When I have really good ideas, my videos will go to like a minute 30, minute 45. I think with your day in the life stuff, you'll kind of feel it out. You'll kind of see what people like, but I'd watch stuff longer if it was funny and you're funny.
Interesting.
So.
Okay. And so you would just put this up on, I have a Facebook comedy page that's vertical, Instagram, YouTube Shorts,
TikTok,
but not in the YouTube long form area.
Not for this. I mean,
interesting. Okay.
I would say, you kind of said it yourself, right? They're booking people who are making stuff on TikTok and Instagram. I'm not saying you're becoming an Instagram, TikTok, whatever, but if you can leverage your following on those platforms first a little bit more with this tour, do one thing first, right? Like don't try to do long form YouTube and short form. As someone who does this, I started on long form YouTube and I still just because I like the gratification of short form, but short form has brought me so much more. However, I do want to get back in the long form, but now that I'm in a good place with my short form, I can. So I would say get your short form up.
Okay.
Post a variety of content too. Having variety of content is really key. Like, yes, post a series, but do like series, stand-up clip, maybe a little hot take skit that I was talking to you about where you're just like doing a relatable bit, and then maybe some personality shit and repeat and repeat. Maybe a photo, like do a fucking carousel photo dump with text on it that's funny. You're funny. You know how to write funny shit.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then you do you just do this like content format. So it's like always fresh. So you're just like photo carousel, stand-up comedy bit, tour thing, little bit, something else, and repeat.
Because doing too much of one of them is too repetitive, do you feel?
No, it's not that it's repetitive. It's just you want to have a variety of content.
Yeah, okay.
And if you look at your favorite comics, they also have a variety of content. But also, you don't know what's going to work yet because you haven't gone super duper viral yet. So now you're giving yourself an equal opportunity of like, what's working? And you'll start to notice, you'll be like, oh, the series is working very well now. I'll do a little bit more of that. Still do your comedy bits, right?
Yeah.
But also, the views and the likes don't always dictate the success, right? Like sometimes stuff will get a lot of views, but has it converted into sales or like clients versus I will tell you right now, my best posts that convert the most into clients are when I do a carousel storytime post where it's like, I did one recently where I was like, I almost quit everything and gave up last month. And that was true because I was really depressed a couple months ago. And then I needed more help. And so I wrote this whole story on how I did it. And it's just like swipes. I'll send them to you, but it's.
And when it was a picture of you with like text on it?
Yep. And those do really well because people get to read it at their own time. They're not having to like wait for your video. Maybe you did a terrible hook or, stuff like that. Like to give you, I'll show you.
And you'll use like edits or CapCut or something like that?
That's not it. I use Canva to.
Wow. And you'll just do that and post it through.
Look at that. I almost quit everything. Last 5 weekends I've been busy.
Wow.
I did this, I did that, blah, 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 blah. How I hired a VA to help my blah, blah, blah. I've done them about how I discovered my style, how discovering my style gave me confidence. I did one about my hair. I did one about how you just do it about anything. So honestly, a fun one could be for you is just making one about how you're literally about to go on tour and how you came up with the name and all that stuff. That's funny.
Cool.
Just instead of telling a story as a joke written, you break it up into slides.
Wow.
You find whatever pictures in your camera roll. It requires zero shooting. You could use videos if you want. You could shoot a selfie of yourself right now and it's a carousel.
So you would recommend this versus like doing a video where you're talking about this to camera, or
Do both.
do both.
So
Here's
Here's
cool.
more of a secret. Take one idea. So give me an idea that you want to do. Any idea for a video?
I am going to do a little welcome to the tour video as like here's what I'm about to show you guys over the next few months.
Great. So you're gonna do it as a video. You're gonna do it as a carousel. You're gonna do it as a text slide post thingy, and then you could do it as like an Instagram story too. You do the same thing multiple times.
So do all of them.
Do it all, because you have to realize like you're like, I worked really hard on this one video talking about the tour coming up, but maybe it only gets like 100 views.
Right.
Then you do a carousel and it gets 10,000 views or like impressions, and it's the same fucking thing. So you want to like, don't put your eggs all in one basket. Spread it out and see what's going to work. It's testing.
And keep trying different ways to do it.
Yes.
Oh, that's really smart. Yeah, I'm
the
learning
same
about all this
concept.
stuff right now. It's really cool. And it's fun to tinker.
Yeah, I mean, I tinker with it all day. That's all I do. Like, I'm like, okay, what new formats? Like, okay, you want to know the newest format's going to blow your mind? You're going to actually lose it. It's so easy. Like, I told Nicole about this a week ago. I was like, dude, I've seen a lot of posts doing this, and it's taken off. So stupid. It's literally just one photo of you with yellow text that says something relatable.
Scroll up a little bit on it.
Mine says, have you tried posting a single photo with text on it yet? I guess it's the newest way to go viral on Instagram right now. They got 151 likes on my Drax social account versus today's carousel got 10 likes.
So can you tell me why you think that is?
It's all over my feed. It's because, I think it's because it's going back to what we were saying earlier. People are tired of the over-polished, over-edited, overdone things. They just want something they can quickly go, haha, that's funny. And I screenshotted a bunch as well. Like this one says, can someone explain why does one pic with colored text always hit harder than creative content I've been working on for 5 hours? Exactly. You go, feel that. My biggest problem is that I always have something I want to buy. If that guy can climb the Empire State Building just to propose, he can text you back, girl. Like, I think they're just little snippets.
Quips and jokes.
Yeah. Little quips and relatable jokes. You could do so many of these. You could literally, after this podcast, can go through your freaking photo album and literally make a bunch of these and just spam the shit out of it. Like, can we normalize posting one pic again? I'm out of carousel. That's so funny.
And instead of writing in the description,
you write on
the whole filled with gratitude, the tour was amazing, 14 months, you can just do it on the picture instead.
Dude, because people don't read captions the same as
They don't
used
read
to.
it. Yeah.
They want it right in their face. They want instant gratification. So if you're just if you make a joke about the tour, but you got to make it something funny and relatable. The thing about content, the best metric is the share button. If you can get people to click that share button to send to their friends, to post on their Instagram story, that is Instagram's highest success. Like this one had 49,000 shares. It says, me trying to figure out how much I spent that much money without having that much money. Relatable as fuck, right? Like, there's Nicole. No, I don't want to come get ready with you. Like, it's just, sorry if I post too much on Instagram, you can always delete the app.
Wild. And the pictures even matter.
Nope. The pictures look better if they're just like a picture of you just selfie right here instead of like an over-polished picture.
Interesting.
And then what the video version of this was before was just like a B-roll video of maybe you walking or something. Actually, I have one.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
It almost looks like a meme or something like that.
It's exactly like
video.
this photo, but pretend the photo was moving. I have some because I did some earlier.
Interesting.
Like, look at this. Nope, that's not what I wanted to show you. I'm really good at social media, you guys. Oh, here we go. Being cringe online is free, and so is going broke, so pick one. And it was just me taking videos in the podcast studio.
That didn't get any traction versus the still.
No, it did. That was just, that got like 4,000 views.
Wow.
But that was that's what this new single photo thing is the involvement of. But you can do both. You can still do the videos, and you can do this. You can post them on trial reels. You can try everything. So.
Yeah. Great. This is another hustle. This is another thing.
This is what I do all day.
Oh my God, it's so tiring.
I know. That's why I started a business doing it. Also, we're coming to the end of our time here, but I wanted to tell you too, I started taking improv classes.
Excellent.
And because everyone always asks, are you a stand-up comedian? I was like, I like being funny, but I want to take improv to just get better at talking.
It's a great
and doing
skill.
everything. But Nicole, I was talking to Nicole, and she's like, you should maybe do a stand-up open mic night. I was like, let me do the improv classes first, although.
Yeah, the improv is a fun, safe thing to do. You're with a group.
Yeah.
I think that doing improv first kind of prepares the muscles to do stand up. You know, like improv is all about just like getting out of your head, getting into your body, just going. And then from there, it might free up some ideas and writing stuff down, and then you can go do stand up.
Yeah, I mainly did the improv just to also because I'm doing voice acting classes and stuff
Right.
like that. Yeah. So that was like, but then I'm like, you know what? This is just going to be my year of the talking acting realm. The voice acting, the improv, the stand up. We'll just see what happens this year.
I think that's awesome. That's really cool you're doing that.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, well, we are coming to the end here. My last question is for you. I don't know how to talk sometimes. If the internet disappeared tomorrow, what would you do?
Celebrate. Truly. I would breathe a sigh of relief.
Why has so many people said the same answer?
They've said that? Wow. That wasn't a crazy answer.
No, but it still blows my mind.
There is a sigh of relief. Listen, I think this is like this is something that's part of our lives, whether we like it or not. And we recognize that this is a necessary evil. But if it all went away, I think we'd breathe a little easier.
Yeah. As much as I love social media, I was telling you out there, it's hard.
That's kind of why I really love the week out there in the desert.
And that's why same. My favorite 2 times a year are Lightning in a Bottle and Burning Man because it's the 2 times a year I put my phone down and my phone is just a camera that takes photos and videos and then it goes back in my pocket and that's why I love Burning Man though. Like
my phone was in the glove compartment the whole week until burn night.
Wow.
I was just like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I don't need this at all. And I was just it's a different energy when you can put the phone away, you know?
It's like even just to cut, like literally because like my life is taking pictures and videos is what I do for a living. So at Burning Man, I'm like, one video or photo, cool. Anyway, I'm like, someone just get a video of me. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, because I'm the same. Like, I'm just like, I'm here to experience and just be fully present. And that's why I love Burning Man. Like, there was one year I was like, I'm not going to go back. And then I go every year now because I'm like, it is... The people you meet and the relationships you make and the things you learn about yourself are just...
Totally. It's so peaceful out there
so
and
good.
chaotic.
Oh, it's so good.
There's so much going on. I can't wait. I've been counting down the days.
I'm excited.
See you on the dance floor out there,
See you on the
dude.
dance floor.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for being on the podcast.
You're the best. I love this. This is so much fun.
Tell everyone where they can find you on the internet.
You can find me at my Instagram page, at MaxMeisel86. All my tickets and tour dates are on my website, maxmeisel.com. And if I'm in LA, you can find me in Santa Monica, where I live, and don't date anybody.
So yeah, if any hot girls want Max, he's available is basically what he's saying.
My address is...
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Love you, babe. So
Love
much
ya.
fun. This is great.
Fuck yeah. All right, bye.
Bye.
Finger guns. I still don't know how to do an outro for this yet. Okay, bye.